everyone. We're back again. Now, this session, we're going to involve our students and a lecturer from School of Life Sciences. So, today we are going to, we invited our student here. Her name's Kejun. She has recently graduated and she'll share her journey with us. If any of you were with us last year about this time, she was in one of our online virtual sessions talking about her final year project. Now she has graduated, so it's a continuation of her study journey here. And our teacher, Dr. Sunesh, was also involved in her or guided her for various modules in second year, third year, even from the first year onwards,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Not just on second year and third year, but he was instrumental in her final year project as well. So today we have a group of people here to talk about more in details about our School of Life Sciences, okay, which offers a degree with direct honors. Our collaboration partner is Northumbria University. We have 2 degrees, Biotech and Biomed, which is very updated and current because we have yearly module reviews to keep our curriculum up to date and the skills are in line with the current trends. So, Kejun, last year we met you as a third year student and you were doing your final year project. Today we want to know more in detail about your journey, how you came into MDIS program and what were you doing just prior to that? Tell us.
Okay. Hi everyone. So how I started my journey in biology. I started in Republic Poly studying biotechnology, and then I specialized in the research track. Then after which that whole 3 years in Republic Poly, what I've learned is how important biology is in the real in like our daily life, and then because of COVID, like how important technology and biotechnology is, and also biomedical science is in helping us find a cure like the vaccine, and also how do we help in like how do we help prevent in the prevention, as well as how do we move forward into an endemic stage.
That's a very good program. They have a very good program in Republic Polytechnic. The diploma really prepares them very well. And students with a Polytechnic diploma in Singapore can actually get into our advanced standing or second year program. Get advanced standing and skip the first year, you know. So it's actually quite well designed that they can fit into our year 2 program. So how did you choose MDIS? What happened after your Republic Poly diploma?
So after the diploma, I was wondering how do I get into a program that helped me push my education further, and then I found MDIS through their website.
Oh, you found it on the website.
Yeah. And also like you guys who are watching our live stream now, when it was my time to choose a school to continue my journey, the open house were in person. So I did,
you came for the
in-person open house.
Oh, you came here.
Okay. So what I did was I came to an open house, and then after I talked to all the different lecturers that were here, the seniors, my seniors actually. Then we had the lab we had the campus tour where
you went to the lab?
Yeah. So I went to look at how the lab and the facilities here, and then I realized the labs here were very good. Then we had a lot of equipment, and then the curriculum also helped us to navigate the biology, and then for us to learn
for your degree
course.
Yeah.
Then and then there is also the added value of the degree being honors program.
Yes.
So
ours is a direct honors program. In 3 years, it's a 3-year program, but with direct honors. And for students with local poly degrees, actually can have advanced standing to join at second year. Yeah.
So I saved that 1 year.
Yeah.
Then
so good for you that you came and take a look and enjoy the tour here, and then you decided.
I decided on the spot actually. I
on that day.
On that day.
Wow.
I also got the rebate, which if you sign up today, you will also get the rebate of a few $1,000s.
She took advantage of signing up on that very day, and there was a few $1,000s rebate. Even today, for students who sign up today, there's a 3,500 rebate. So don't miss the chance. If you are sitting on the fence and wondering, oh, should I not? The degree is important to you. One should consider upgrading or improving oneself continuously. As our MOE Minister Chan Chun Sing mentioned, continuous education, keep on improving, upskill, upgrade, and hey, 3,500 rebate, why not, right? So tell us more, sorry. So you took advantage of that rebate, you joined, and you came in, and what did you do?
Oh, okay. So this degree not only offered me a lot of opportunities, like some students did the internship in between their semesters.
I see.
And then we have the FYP also.
Yes, final year project.
Final year project. Yeah.
So she also participated in what
Biognosy.
other activity? Oh, biognosy.
Yeah,
you mentioned before. Biognosy. Tell us more about biognosy.
So biognosy is our student-led science. It's a CCA. Then what we do is we learn from our seniors, and we also publish articles for our school paper, which is the Horizon magazine. Then also we have a School of Life Sciences. We have our own blog. So what we do is we ask students to write in their papers on what they
So did
find
you participate? Did you write in? Or?
Yes, I did. I wrote in for the blog and as well for the magazine, the school magazine. Then
the blog is a MDIS wide one or the SLS one?
The SLS one.
The SLS
Yes.
Blog. Wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, we got contributors to our blog. Yeah.
Then also biognosy also allows you to have voluntary like do volunteer work. So for us, what we did was we tried to reach out to local animal shelters. Then we did the project where we we went there to help out, like clean kennels and whatnot. Then also one of the activities that we planned to do was at the start of the COVID outbreak, what we did was we wrote articles to educate our student body on what to do and which mask to wear. And then at the same time, what we did was we updated our Instagram page. So we did the story. So we sent out information like when they had the different variants and why were they named this way. And then after it,
I think I read that article. It was very informative. The naming of the variants of COVID, how it came about.
So also in biognosy, we have also student leadership programs where I split the club into different areas. Like
you split the club? What happened?
Oh no, in a way, like we reorganized our club structure so that different like students who have different interests can lead their teams in like different directions. So we have the one on the communication side. We also had one department on writing articles. So those articles will go through them. So they will help us, the students, to edit, give them writing information, and stuff like that. It's a good way to learn and also teach
writing and submitting articles.
Teach others on how do you write a scientific journal. And
Dr. Sunesh guided also, right? I believe.
Correct.
Yes.
He was one of our supervisor on like how do you write a scientific journal. Our dissertation for our final year project. So those programs will actually allow the students to have a bit of writing experience. Then they build up from there. Then so once they reach their third year, their final year project dissertation will be easier to write.
True. We have a very comprehensive final year dissertation program called FYP, Final Year Project, where students have to be independent and have the initiative to do their own research projects and have to write it out like a thesis and have a defense, have a presentation. So it prepares students very well, in their future when they have to present a project in their career or even for their post-degree, postgraduate degrees. They also have to do all that. So this is a very good exposure for the students. It's really a very holistic program, a very robust and holistic program we have here with Northumbria University. Tell us more about other things besides your school, like SLS lessons and all that. We have interdisciplinary activities in MDIS as well. Tell us what did you involve in interdisciplinary activities?
So for the School of Communications.
She joined something in the School of Media and Communications. All right.
So what they do is if I'm not wrong, every Wednesday night they will open their studio. Then,
recording studio?
Yeah, recording studio. So we will get to see what they do in the recording studio. We will get to like for some they will call out auditions. Then they will also ask us to, if you have any story ideas, you can write it out. Then they will like help you, give you some editing points. So so here in MDIS, there are also other departments who will open their doors to let us take a look at what they are doing and then what they learn, so we can learn from each other. Then that will also give you a more holistic approach where you can not only learn about like what you do in your own school.
Not only just SLS or biology, molecular biology kind of topics, but you get exposure to your interest. You could be in mass communication, which is what she signed up for. There are other things. We have School of Fashion and Design, we have School of Language, we have School of Business, School of Psychology, School of IT, Engineering. So there are all sorts of exposure that can enrich a student's journey here, as well as prepare them for their next educational aspirations. What are your aspirations after this? Now that you've graduated, last year she was still a third-year student, and now you've finished with your formal education here. What are your aspirations?
Okay, so my aspirations would be to one day do masters and then further my education. But for now, I would want to join the industry first. To gain experience from
That's very good.
To gain experience from the industry and then gain valuable skills, and also to use what I learned here in the lab to do the lab jobs in the industry. Then after which, from there, progress into master's degree. Yeah.
Wow. So you're planning to do master's degree. Yes. Yeah, that's good. So for your work that you have applied to, you aspire to go into lab kind of positions?
Yes. So
anything lined up?
Yeah, I have an interview lined up next week. So
wonderful. All the best. I think you do very well. I've observed this girl for a year. Very down to earth, very good worker, very good in the lab, and she knows her way in the lab. And valuable in the lab, I would definitely say. And her temperament, her personality, really, she works well with people. So in MDIS, in our program, we have a lot of opportunities for students to develop various aspects or interests. So for example, those who are more interested in the lab, there are programs where there are lab volunteer program.
So during the program is what we call voluntary. So it's a lab volunteer program. So what you do is you help our lab techs to make buffers, make solution, get your way around the lab, get the feel of our labs here. Then that will also help you with the networking with other seniors or juniors who may need help.
Yeah, then that's very important.
From there, you make friends with people not only from your cohort but also your seniors or your juniors. Then you also
you build a network, starting from different stage, different year, different stage of your degree here. So this network one day will serve you very, very well. So it's important to have various sides, the various skills in in life, right? You study well, yeah, you get all A's, and then you have to build your connections. You got to have contacts. You know various students from overseas, and one day they might go back to their own home country, and they also start having a career, and they can keep in touch. All these are very important aspects. If you think that one way or the other, you'll meet up again. Your careers might cross path again. Yeah.
So mentioning that I also have a lot of friends who are international students. So when they go back to their home country, they will send pictures like this is my home country. Then they will send pictures and like they will share with us the culture. So not only would you know them personally, you also know their culture. Then
so
from there you become
cultural connections are very important. Yeah.
You will then become more global, like a global citizen, because you will know people from different countries. You will share their culture, their traditions.
Yeah, Dr. Sunesh, share with us what when you came to Singapore, what were you doing prior to this?
Well, I was mostly involved with research. So I was in Shanghai. I was doing my postdoctoral. Yeah.
Which university in Shanghai?
Shanghai Jiao Tong University.
Oh, Shanghai Jiao Tong University. That's a very, very reputable one. That's a good one.
Yeah. So after that, so I was interested in teaching. So I just took up the teaching profession, and I've been here for now 12 years.
12 years,
yeah,
wow.
So I've been supervising as she mentioned, the research final year project.
Yeah.
So Kejun was my student. I was a supervisor for the final year project, and she was very hardworking.
Yeah,
and she got some very good results in her research activities, which were on actinobacteria. That is the microorganism which is responsible for producing metabolites like antibiotics.
Right.
So she was extremely hardworking, and it is a year-long project. So there is enough time for students to read and do the experiments in duplicates and triplicates, and finally get some very good results. So she's got enough data, and she might even think of writing a research article and communicating to a good journal.
I hope so. I would love to see that. I mean, it's really worth doing that, writing it up and getting it published. Yeah, it would serve you very well in your future master's degree. Yeah, with a publication under your belt, that would go very well with you. Yeah.
They also have this improved ability of scientific writing now.
Yes.
So I've been noticing them from year one. So I can see the difference in their writing skills right from when I started teaching them practical skills in year one till the final year project sessions. So now they write very well. So you can see, you can see in 2 to 3 years the tremendous amount of improvement which is there in their scientific writing skills. That is one very important criteria, because along with research, you should also be good in scientific writing.
Yes, they go hand in hand. It's important to publish. I mean, if you want to go the research track, if you're interested, you have to be ready to do the lab work, the hands-on work, as well as be able to write it up for publication purposes. I mean, as a scientist, I was a scientist for many years before I went into teaching. That's how you're gauged. How many publications a year, and are those publications in the top tier medical journals, scientific journals? So this is a very important kind of training that is given to the students here for their year-long project, independent final year project. Students have to do the legwork. They really do the project themselves. It's individual. They have to have the initiative to find things, to solve problems, to get things going. They have to be very full of sort of self-discipline as well, because nobody's going to push you. You have to push yourself to come into the lab, do the research, and if you meet up with any difficulties or obstacles, you have to think around it and discuss with the supervisor, with the lab technician, get some advice from fellow classmates, to solve that obstacle, and then at the end of it, write it up, present it in person. So it's a very comprehensive program. I think, yeah, Dr. Sunesh has helped you and developed you, and now you write very, very well over the years that he has seen you developed and blossomed. And I really wish to see you write it up, and then we will read your article. Yeah.
Yeah, the time management skills and
Yeah, time
even
management skills.
even the cost management they have learned, because we have limited budget for
Yeah, we give them a budget. We give the
for
students a
for a
budget for
for a
doing.
particular semester.
Yeah.
So they know now how much to spend, and they compare 2 or 3 materials which they require, and they buy the one according to their needs. So we can see that all these management skills are also learned when they are doing the research. So it
Yeah.
helps that 1 year of research definitely helps them. So this will help them when they go for their further studies, be it
Definitely.
masters, PhD, or even when they go to industry to work. So
Yeah.
these skills are known as the transferable skills.
Yeah,
So they
these
take
are
this
skills
with them.
that will serve them well for the rest of their career, because students, sometimes your career evolves, but certain skills like these, they will serve you well for the rest of your career, discipline, time management, budgeting, having the initiative, solve problems, problem solving. Yeah, all this will serve you very well, whether or not you want to admit it or not. Every day we are like solving problems. Every day we have things to get done, and we have to prioritize. We have to time manage ourselves. Yeah. So all these
And
are skills.
teamwork ability, because we work in a team, so they know how to adapt with different members and how to
It's
adjust.
true.
That's very important when you go further
That's true.
in your career.
Yeah,
So
even
that's-
though the project is individual, there's a lot of teamwork. Tell us about what's your experience?
Okay, so at the start of our FYP, what we need to do is figure out as a team how many reagents we need to buy, what are our lab plans for the entire year. Then from there, we need to compare and contrast like what differences that do we have. Then like in the lab protocol. Then after that, we will plan on which reagents are more like prioritize which reagents are the ones that we will need, and then which are the ones that we can buy once we get all the things that we need, depending on the budget. Then after that, the first few weeks and months, we will have to do discussions with Dr. Smash
Yes,
because
yes.
he's our supervisor. Then
So
we will also
I
have
keep
to-
telling them to read a lot of articles because
True, we have to read ahead first.
because
Yeah.
you cannot just start your work without knowing some background about that literature, because students are keen to immediately start the lab work, so we should know what because it's not like a regular practical, it's a research, so where we are trying to find something new. So
Yeah.
they should have a background information of what is known till now,
Yeah,
so that they
read
can
up first.
yeah,
Read up
so that they
first,
can
yes.
extend and progress in that particular direction. So,
Yeah.
so that takes a lot of time, to make them understand about reading, searching, literature, research that has to be done, which is a very important criteria.
Yeah, literature
Yeah.
research. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we call it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, I believe now she reads a lot of papers also,
Yes.
which initially it was difficult for them to get. Then we have to teach them how do we search, what are the keywords that is required, and
Yeah, there are a few tricks. Until you are in that stage, you won't realize it. There are a few tricks.
tricks to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
these are the ways that they have now developed in this 1 year. They have progressed with their research abilities, which is quite good. At a bachelor's level, if you have so much of knowledge and so much of understanding about research, this will definitely help.
Yeah, yeah. This is very good background training for their future masters or PhD degrees or whichever work aspect that you're going into. The world is changing very fast, so you have to be prepared to read up, prepare for the changes, to keep up and be ready to learn new skills and new techniques. That's the reality of being a scientist or for that matter, any worker in the world now. For example, even though I'm head of school here, I go for training as well. I sign up for different courses as well. For example, recently I completed a course called Teaching with Technology, which was really very eye-opening for me because it teaches a lot of new tricks and new online kind of presentation skills or different apps or different software for producing and editing interesting teaching materials for our students. So, did you do that course, Dr.
Yeah,
Sunesh?
yeah.
You did too,
We
huh?
keep regularly attending such courses so that
Yeah.
we are always up to date with all these technologies. And the university also keeps updating the syllabus.
That's
So
true.
every
Yearly review.
yeah, there's every year we get the updated materials so that students know, what is happening right now, what are the latest discoveries that have been done, the treatments that are available. So if you see maybe 3 or 4 years back at the syllabus, and when you compare it with now, you'll see a lot of differences.
Yeah,
Lots
it's
of
all changed.
yeah, lots of new materials are
Yeah.
added over there.
Yeah.
So these are some things that we keep updating, upgrading. All these keep
to
going
stay
on.
current.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that keeps happening.
Yeah.
One example of that would be during the module called Biology of Disease. We did discussions on COVID, even though it was
It
just
last year.
started,
Yeah.
it just started to emerge. Then we will ask our lecturers like,
Yeah.
what is this like? Then she will give us weekly updates because we have our lecture every week. Then she will ask us to do research on our own, find newspaper articles to support what we read. Then from there she will just use that to teach us on like the different progression of like a virus, like the virus, and then tie into COVID. Then from there we will get to see like, oh, what we are learning and how do we apply it in the real world.
Yeah, it's very current. So the program is always refreshed and reviewed and added upon, edited to make sure that the students are ready and know what's going on. The current material are always provided.
Up to date, yeah.
And updated,
yeah. And after knowing all this, they start writing some articles for our blog. So if you
she's one of those.
go through our website, you will see some interesting articles written by our students on the current scenario, the latest topics, the current happening that's taking place. All these they submit to our MDIS blog site. So
as well as the journal, the MDIS magazine.
Yeah, the Horizon magazine. Yes,
magazine.
we also have materials there which our students contribute.
Yeah, this is a very good training for them to submit articles, know how to write, know how to present. Yeah, this will be important for them for this good transferable skills. Yeah. So that's all the time we have for you today. We look forward to our next session, maybe in a month's time, and we'll see further developments in our students, and maybe we can ask her to come back to join us and tell us about what's her latest development in a month's time. So thank you for your time, and thank you for coming in today, and thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Sunesh. So that's all for now.
We hope to see you.
Yeah. Click on our website. Thank you. Are we done? Yep, we're done. Now we can go unhook our mics.